Hi, I'm Galitzine, and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. With me today is Ron Gruia. Ron is Principal Analyst and Program Leader at Frost Sullivan. Ron, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Ron is also a featured columnist in NGN magazine. Ron's been writing for the TMC Net publications for quite some time now. So, Ron, what are some of the trends you're seeing in the industry?
Well, I think the advent of the App Store, I think that's a thing that we already saw this in Barcelona, and we see it also happen here. What's interesting about it is, I think, as we evolve to the NGN, the 4G, some of the business models will have to change, and we see big growth in data volume, but not necessarily data value. So
right.
I think the industry is going through that transformation right now. So it's good to see the applications become more and more important. So
sure.
Obviously BlackBerry here with the launch of their App Store.
Right.
The app stores, they were launched in Barcelona. Nokia obviously was already old news, but then the Microsoft marketplace, Windows Marketplace, right? That was also important.
I think, I agree. I think there's a trend towards opening up ecosystems for developers to play in, because certainly that's where you get the most valuable applications. No
Right.
single company can define and develop all the applications themselves, and so by opening it up, it clearly adds value. So beyond that, what are some of the things you're seeing?
Well, obviously, the transition to the NGN of 4G, although there's going to be the more avant-garde operators like the Verizons, the NTT Docomos of the world, or Telesoneras that are going to be sort of at the bleeding edge, and then the so-called smart followers. But the business cases are beginning to be worked. There's a big cost in backhaul. 3 times the cost of voice. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to be presented. But in a way, the good thing about the move to flatter OIP network is going to actually play itself into the world of IMS, because that's going to be to IMS's benefit, right?
Right.
So I think that's going to be also interesting to see. And I think also, similarly on the handset side, there'll be more innovation, because some of the intelligence is going to move from the core to the edge on the network. Not necessarily all to the edge, but the endpoints are getting smarter and smarter.
True.
So you see the advent of the rich communication suite. That's going to be important development to watch for. That common spec. Some people look at it as the IMS client spec, right? It's going to be important, because you're going to need that whole ecosystem, the application vendors, you're going to need the handset vendors, and the network infrastructure vendors, and finally the operators, right?
Right. So excellent. Well, Ron, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
So Ron Gruia, Program Leader and Principal Analyst at Frost Sullivan, and a columnist for NGN magazine. Thanks for joining us. I'm Galitzine in the TMC Newsroom. Thanks.